you guys want to see something cool?
The job market is absolutely cooked right now for students. It says the number of jobs applied was almost 1,000.
You guys, it only took me 573 applications.
Is that you? In the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how to break the cycle and turn things around. Your resume is the advertisement of your services to the hiring companies, and job search is really a numbers game. If you manage to make your resume stand out just a bit more to the potential employers, your job search time can shrink from months to days. Here are 4 resume hacks you probably did not hear about, but can skyrocket your results with very little effort needed. Tip number 4 is absolute gold, and I think not enough people are talking about it. Almost all of those tips work best if you use them together, so make sure you watch the video one by one. Okay, first tip, make it shorter. And I know this can be counterintuitive, because you would like to show that you are an experienced person in your resume, but this ends up actually hurting you in the hiring process. You need to remember, you are trying to advertise yourself and your capability to fulfill the needs of the hiring company, nothing else. Everything that's irrelevant is fluff and it hurts your response rate. Let me give you an example. You are trying to apply for a software developer position and you have 2 years of experience as a software developer. Before you worked as a software developer, you worked for 4 years as a bartender. Now you might be tempted to keep the bartender experience in your resume just in case someone finds it valuable, but do not do that. The effect of this is the recruiter needing to dig through the content of your resume to find the relevant parts. Recruiters on average spend about 5 seconds skimming through your resume, and if you lose them through those 5 crucial seconds, your resume lands in the trash can. So again, keep it short, keep it to the point, keep it relevant to the job. And this also takes us to the second tip. Your resume has to be built for a specific job. Imagine that you find a new mole on your skin. You find it and naturally you feel like you should probably visit a doctor and do a checkup. Now what kind of doctor are you choosing? Are you choosing a guy that just says he's a generally good doctor? Or are you choosing a seasoned dermatologist, maybe even with a specialization in skin changes? The answer is obvious, I hope, and you need to apply the same logic in your job search. Sending out a general resume is not good enough and you will always be on the bottom of the pile and losing to people who tailor their resumes. Now let me give you a bit more practical advice. This is how you should approach tailoring your resume. First, sort your skills in the skills section by relevancy to the job, not necessarily to what you know the most. Also, cut out skills that are not relevant to the job. Tweak the wording to match what the job description says. Change the wording on your previous job titles to be closer to what your new job title would be. Now I know this sounds like a very time-consuming process, and well, that's because frankly it is, but thankfully we have automation now, and we can do this all with one click from your Chrome browser. With tools like Jobowl, all you have to do is look at the job description you're interested in and press the Generate Resume button. In a matter of seconds, you'll have a brand new resume with all those tips already included and your resume tailored and ready to send. You can head to jobowl.co and get your free tailored resumes now. Okay, now tip number 3, do not make it pretty. And this is another counterintuitive one. Keeping the resume as a one-column, simple document is the way to go, and here's why. Employers use applicant tracking software. Software used to keep track of all the hiring processes that are ongoing in any point of time. When you send your resume, recruiters don't just see a PDF file. They see a parsed and scored candidate profile that's being rated based on what the machine could read from your document. And guess what type of resume is easily read by the machine? Exactly, a simple document with structured text. Also, when the resume is finally seen by a human recruiter, no design elements can actually be good on the eyes. Recruiters look through thousands of resumes, making yours familiar is actually a benefit, contrary to what many career coaches would say. Now to the last one, tip number 4, keyword injection. This is a very important one, and not many people are talking about it. Applying this tip can mean the difference between being considered by a real human or getting auto-rejected by applicant tracking systems. Because of the amount of resumes being applied to companies each day, many of them use automated keyword matching to verify if the applicant is a relevant match for what they are looking for. This significantly lowers the amount of resumes they need to look at manually, and this is the part that most people overlook. If the system doesn't see the right words, it never forwards your resume to a real person. Okay, now here's how to do keyword injection well. First, copy-paste the job into a Word document or to Google Docs. Now look through the job ad and highlight all the phrases and words that repeat. Look for tool names, certifications, action verbs, Whatever you find that you feel has a lot of importance for the people that posted the job. Now look at the keywords you collected and try to bring them over to your resume. Put the relevant tools in skills, in employment history, and if you find a keyword that you can't really put as your skill, make sure to mention it in another way. For example, if the repeating keyword in the job description is Salesforce, but you haven't used it, don't force it. Instead, add a line in your resume such as learning Salesforce to expand my CRM toolkit. This shows the willingness to learn without misleading the recruiters that you know the skill. Now this is a very important one. Use the exact wording you see in the job description. This is especially important if the company you're applying to uses an older ATS system. Here's an example. Those two look very similar and mean the same thing, but some ATS systems can think those are different and not give you a match in this keyword. So like I said, keyword injection is very important, but unfortunately can be a bit time consuming. So if you're not willing to do it on your own, make sure to use tools like JobOwl, because JobOwl takes the job description, extracts the keywords and puts them word for word in your resume. And there you have it, guys. Those were the top 4 tips I have for you today. Please let me know in the comments which one of those are you planning to implement and how your job hunt is going. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like the video. See you guys next time.